is
Zaza.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Welcome to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast. Whipper's gone, mate. Where's he gone, Tommy? Is he...
He had a prior engagement.
he got engaged again to a prior?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really weird. But that's what you get with Whip. You know, it's the crazy stuff.
Oh, man. It's... You know what? It's probably one of the happiest days of my life. He's not here. I'm just... You know
Tears.
what? I'm just loving it. Tommy, you can help me out with this one.
Yeah.
I want to talk about etiquette. And you know when you want to go out with someone, but they've been out with one of your friends before?
Oh, yeah. Whipper's wife, Lisa. I'm still angling.
So will you wait a few months before you ask Whip if you can have a crack, or what
Yeah,
will
about
you
8
do?
weeks. 8 weeks max. Maximum.
Lock it in. No, the etiquette around it. Do you ask your friend if you can go out with their ex? I've got a great story for you. We'll do it in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
We're talking about the etiquette. When you break up with your partner, if you're a friend of that person, you really like the person that they've broken up with, what's the etiquette of asking them, and how long do you wait before you do ask them?
Mate, it happened to me when I was about 18. Broke up with this girl and a mate of mine shifted in quite quickly.
Like, how long are we talking?
Oh, a
Weeks?
month or so.
It's not bad.
No, but the problem was there were still feelings there on my behalf.
Yeah,
so
that
I was still
sucks.
trying to sort things out with her. So whenever we came to blows on the topic, I would say, mate, my problem is you didn't check in with me to see if the air was clear. You didn't come to me and say, hey, where are things at? Look, I've been thinking this. Are you cool if I ask her out? And then it was like, friendship over. See you later, mate.
See, I agree. You know what? If you're good friends with
Not
someone,
hard.
you know what? Just wait a long time.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm a bit like, that's an ex. They've obviously had really, strong feelings for that person. How can you then muscle in?
And you know what? I then had an argument with her one night because I tried to pick up one of her friends. And she said, well, that's what you did to me. And I said, no. There's no feelings between you and I anymore. It's so long ago, there's zero feelings.
So how come you
it's-
gave your mate
So it's
a hard
fine
time?
now because there were still feelings. I was trying to sort things out with her.
Right, but then afterwards, okay.
Did they end up hooking up?
Oh, they would probably dated for like a month.
Did you stay mates with him?
No.
Man Mountain.
See you later. No, not Man Mountain. He's beautiful.
Hellman?
No, not Hellman.
Oh, no.
Not the Dazzler, wasn't
I
Macca.
thought it would have been Hellman for sure,
No,
because that's a
certainly not.
Hellman behaviour.
No, Hellman wouldn't do that to his mates. No way. Not
Well,
this
what
hell.
about this woman's opened up about her best friend's behaviour, because she was in love with this guy, but they were starting to have a few hassles, Sare. This was the thing. And she couldn't realise why her friend kept saying, you got to get rid of him. He's just a loser.
Oh, okay.
Then, this was the thing. The girl went on to say that if you do get rid of him, is it okay if I ask him out?
Yeah.
You can't mastermind the breakup and then muscle in.
Well, this is the thing. You can't. She said, well, I'm doing the right thing by asking you.
Yeah.
Is it okay? And you guys aren't good together. Look, you're arguing all the time. I think he would be better with me.
That's terrible.
No.
This is
doesn't
while
work
they were
like
still
that.
together.
And what was the result?
Well, no.
Did they break up and hook up?
She's asked the internet, what do I do? Because I just can't trust my friend anymore.
No, you stay with the bloke then, don't you? Just to spite your friend.
She said she's been my best friend since we were the age of 4. And you know what? With boys and everything, and we've always confided in each other.
They
And
read the
spoken
play.
about each other.
Do you know what happens too? Like, we've touched on this topic before, of when you're older, like 60 plus, quite often if there's a couple that's broken up, the best friend will often move in that situation.
Yes.
And you see like almost partner swapping that takes place on couples that are close.
There was a famous one recently.
Shania Twain.
Yeah, Shania Twain was one
She and her
says.
hubby split. He went with Shania's best friend, and then Shania hooked up with the best friend's husband.
Yes.
Yes.
No, do you know, it happened with Poe. Remember the story about Poe?
Yes, and they're still all good friends.
Poe and the hubby, and then the hubby's best mate, who I think was her manager as well.
She ended up
with the best mate manager.
Yeah, but they're all still friends together and they're
Yes.
okay with it.
Jeez, that's mature, isn't it?
Well, no, there was a beautiful story the other day, Tommy, that I wanted to do. It was a 98-year-old man and his wife passed away.
Yeah.
And he, only 6 months later, decided to marry his wife's best friend.
At 98?
At the age of 98.
Loves it.
So there would have been...
Jeez, he's been thinking about it for a while, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? Talk about holding out.
Oh, rip open the Viagra.
How patient has he been to wait until
There is no chance.
his wife passed before he made the move?
That's very polite, isn't it? At that age.
Yeah, but you know what, mate? You've wasted a good 20 years. You've been thinking about it for a long time. Says, and do not turn up and broadcast that 98-year-old Viagra doesn't work.
What?
No,
How would you know?
98-year-olds using Viagra.
Yeah, that would work.
That would work. All right, 13 20 for 10. How quickly did your friend ask to date your ex? Rach has given us a call from Harris Park. Rach, what's your story?
My best friend, I'm now living at Fairfield, but I'm actually trying to find somewhere to go. My ex-fiance and I reconnected, and I have a housemate, and yeah, they deny it until this day that they did things together, and yeah, she was basically the one that, oh, get rid of him, and yeah.
She muscled in on your territory.
He's no good. And are they together now, Rach?
I actually don't know. She won't say a thing to me, so...
Yeah, let her
No.
go, Rach.
Rach, did she ask for permission at all?
Absolutely not.
Oh, no. This is it.
Yeah.
You've got to
Yeah,
get
you
rid
do.
of that relationship.
Let her have him, Rach. You know what?
Yeah.
He sounds
Well said,
dodgy
Sarah.
as
Great
well.
word, Sarah. Two stinkers. Let them go, Rach.
2 narcissists, 2
Yeah.
users, 2 abusers.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, well done, Rach. You deserve better than that.
Like a situation with my old man. His mate sat down. He had a dinner party and said, "I want to talk to you guys about something. Would you mind if I move forward with this girl? Would anybody in our friendship group have an issue with that?" And they went, "No, not at all, mate. That's fine. Go for that."
What? He got permission from
from everyone, from his closest group, closest circle of mates to do a whole lot of stuff together. He didn't want to rustle any feathers, so he just wanted to make sure that everybody in the group was okay with it.
Who's going to in the group go, well, I'm not happy with this?
Well,
Who's going to put their hand up? It's smart.
Well, you'd probably ask some questions if you weren't. You might not put your hand up, but you'd go, okay, and how do you think that person
hang
would
on.
feel?
She was already in the group?
No. Sorry.
So hang on,
yes.
she's just a rando.
No, she's not a rando. No, she
Right.
was in the group, says.
Well, then,
Sort of
yeah.
just fringish.
Okay.
Fringish, but we all knew her. Kind of
Fringish.
thing. Fringish.
Have
Not
you got
frigid.
a fringish friend? How quickly did your friend ask to date your ex? What's the etiquette there? Did they ask you straight away as soon as you broke up with them? Is it okay if I maybe ask him out as well? Jess in Bondi, how soon did your friend move in on your ex, Jess?
Pretty much the second I was in hospital, she made a move on him.
Oh, what were you in hospital for, Jess? Do you mind if I ask?
Just tummy troubles.
Right, okay.
It
So,
was still very cool.
Yeah, Jess, how did you find out that she'd made a move? Did your ex tell you or did somebody else?
So I initially found out because I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw a video of them making out up on Instagram.
yeah, that'll give it away.
What?
That'll definitely give it away.
The second I saw that, I just blocked both of them and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Right, so you'd broken up, gone into hospital, then you're on the gram, and there they are making out.
Oh, we hadn't even broken up yet.
What a dog.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
an
whoa.
absolute dog act,
How long
what
had you
I'm saying.
been with him?
About a year.
What a
that-
stinker.
Get rid of
Yeah.
both of
What
those.
a
Are they still
doozy.
together, Jess? Do you know?
What was that,
Are
sorry?
they still together or?
No.
Nah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Jeez, Jess.
They won't find
Hope your stomach's okay.
Cherie and Penrith, how soon did your friend move in on your ex?
Oh, way too soon.
Talk us through it.
Probably 4 months into an absolute heartbreak, and decided to tell me over breakfast that they'd been seeing each other after all my friends were saying, oh, like he's popping up on her phone, and I'm thinking, oh, we all work together, and that's not a big deal. Like, you know, they know each other, and that's life. Just because you trust a friend so much, but don't.
Well, Cherie, you're drifting away from your phone there.
Do you know what?
Trust,
Just
isn't
to
it?
even, you know what? You probably know what the answer's going to be, but you need to at least ask your friend, is it all right if I make this move?
You would think so. You would think so.
Cherie, how long had you been with him?
A year and a half, and he was talking to my parents or about like when we should get engaged and all of these things. It just seemed like it was
He's
on
not
that
right.
trajectory, and it was like one of those random
Yep.
breakups. And
Oh,
so,
my God.
So, Cherie, do you think that she made a move on him while you were with him the whole time?
Oh,
Oh,
I
don't know.
don't think so. I think she was into him,
Yep.
Yeah.
but I don't think she necessarily did it then.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
she would-
guys still
But
friends?
yeah, she was quick to pump.
Are you still friends?
Absolutely not. I couldn't do it. I forgave her, and I went out a few months with her later, and I had to take my time. I didn't want to throw the cup of coffee at her.
Yep.
But I was like, I need to get rid of this weight on my shoulder, and I can forgive you, but that doesn't mean I have to be friends with you.
No, you
because
don't.
that's
Said
what
Sheree.
a friend does.
Sheree, and the fact that she'd been laying the groundwork too, like prior to that moment, and then swoops and tells you over a
Sheree's-
chai latte.
Sheree's
You know?
hitting friction in Penrith, mate, and single. She's out there.
Yeah,
She's
Sheree,
picking up. She doesn't need that friend.
Have you found anyone else, Sheree? Are you in love now?
Yes, I am. I'm happy.
Sheree.
It's all meant to be. Things
You're
happen
beauty.
for a reason.
Well said, Sheree.
Really well said. Hey, Angie in Campbelltown, what happened with your dad and his friend?
So my mum was married to my dad, and they had me, and then his best man and best mate from childhood moved in on my mum, and he's been my stepdad for 38 years.
Oh, how old were you when that happened?
18 months old.
18 months old. So you don't really know. You were too young to know. Was your old man? Was he like? Was there rage for a very long time, Angie?
A very long time. There still is, yeah. And my dad only found out because he found his best mate's car parked in my mum's driveway.
Oh, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice metaphor. And
Reverse onto that.
I don't think his tyres stayed inflated.
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Don't join in with them, Angie. Jeez.
Did a skid out of the
Was it
drive.
automatic or manual?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
And so this tension still exists now. Can they be in the same room together?
My dad is the bigger man, yeah. He can be in the same room now. My stepdad seems to be the one with the problem for some reason.
So you don't get on with him, the stepdad?
No.
Was there when you got older, Ange? Was there an element of mum that you're a bit disappointed with for making that decision?
Probably didn't understand. Well, I did understand why. I think my dad had a few issues going on, but I also don't understand how you jump from your groom to the best man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez, that is
yeah. Dad just
ballsy move.
Dad just wanted to keep parking in the driveway. You know what I mean?
Stop with those.
My God, lock and key.
Far out, great calls. Thanks.
Poor Ange.
Juicy calls.
Really good stuff. I loved that.
People's lives have been ruined.
Thanks so much for
It's
sharing.
Great entertainment.
You know what I mean?
radio. Well done.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Australia.
Check them out on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel. Do you know what? I used to do a bit of work for Channel 9, right, in their staging department.
Please tell the story about backing the truck into the tree again.
Can we go to another Jimmy
Anyway.
song,
Yeah.
please?
We had to set up for the show This Is Your Life, and they had Jimmy Barnes coming on. So they set the whole thing up, and they said to me, hey, there's a bit of an after party. Can you run the bar? Right? And I said, yeah, I can run the bar. So while the show was actually being taped, I then had to go and set up in a green room and put a bar together. And they had a couple of beers and some wine. Then a guy comes over to me and says, here's 3 bottles of vodka. They're for Jimmy Barnes. Don't serve them to anybody else. And I went, all 3 of them? And he went, yep.
Unsolicited Stories by Michael Whitley. Next year, that's a segment.
Jimmy went through 4 on the night.
No way!
And then what happened?
All right, well, coming up on the show
He
tomorrow.
released an album called Blue Christmas after that. Let's talk about this one because the wife has thrown out an ultimatum to her husband saying, I will divorce you if you gain more weight. She said, I don't want to be in a relationship where he just sits at home and I feel like I want to get out there and live life and do activities, but he's too fat. My God, he gorges on fast food every day, even though she cooks healthy meals. He's doing a lot of, don't worry about your stir fry, because I've just got this on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Stuffing his face. She said his father-in-law is morbidly obese, should I say, struggles to walk, doesn't get out and do anything, and I don't want that in my life. So I have said to him, 1 more kilo and I'm out.
Well, it's
Very nerve-wracking time to get on the scales when she's looking over your shoulder.
Isn't it?
Am I in? Just.
I suppose the angle you do have to go is that you're worried about his health.
Absolutely.
And you know what? If we want to have kids together, I want you to be around. Let's look at it that way. You know what I mean?
It's tough, though, because roles reversed, you wouldn't tolerate a bloke saying that to a woman.
Wouldn't you?
Nope.
I agree
so
with
it's
Sarah.
pretty unfair of
So
her
you
to
think it's
say that to him.
More sensitive for a guy to say to a girl, hey, looks like that Christmas pud's not leaving.
I just think if the story were in reverse and you were telling it, we might have a different opinion, which is probably unfair.
If Gary said to you, we're going on a summer beach vacation and I'm thinking we get our bodies ready.
He said to me the other day, he does this all the time, if I signed up, you know the guy we follow on Instagram who's a bit rude and he's a PT? He said to me, if I sign up for his program, will you do it with me?
Ooh.
And I said no. And he does this all the time. If I sign up for this, will you? I'm like, no.
Why don't you do it together?
Oh, do you know how it's hard enough to coordinate sitting on the couch together to watch a TV
true.
show? Like, he's 4 seasons ahead of me in something. To find time that we're actually together.
Were you
we'll
offended
just
by
never
that?
go. No, I've moved past it now. I mean, the first time, whenever he says, let's cut down on this, I always think,
He's asking you to lose weight.
yeah, he is, because genetically he built like a runner.
Yeah,
he
he's
hasn't got an
he's
inch
a
to
stick.
pinch.
Yeah.
He is. So
And what
whenever,
about you?
Yeah, no, I'm bigger. Thank you, Whips.
No, I'm talking about your genes and your family.
Mixed. Because
Not your cut
your
off
whole
denim
family's
jeans.
in good nick.
yeah, well, they're quite sporty.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they came so fair. Can I ask you, has Lisa ever pulled you aside? No. And no, but your obsession with when we have a team lunch, right? Food will come out. Let's say we're at a Chinese restaurant, and you know how they'll put out the bits. The dumplings will come out, the spring rolls and stuff like that. It is very funny to watch you, and you can't concentrate and have a conversation with someone because you're waiting to see who's going to take the last dumpling.
I hate that.
You do.
I hate
and
sharing.
you have an obsession
Yeah.
with, okay, is everyone done? Can I go back for seconds? Does Lisa ever put you aside and go, take a deep breath?
Yep.
We're at the restaurant. I know you're excited.
She'll monitor it throughout the day and she'll see my eating and she'll know that if I'm planning on eating heavy at night, when we get to the restaurant, she'll say, okay, just slow down.
Yeah.
Just take your time. No one's going to steal it from you. I hear that a lot. Hey, no one's going to steal it from you.
That's not a bad line.
You don't need to. They've got plenty of it here. You don't need to rush it.
Yeah.
But like last time I ordered the crispy chicken and the duck, right?
She's talking to the kids and you.
Yeah,
Okay,
and she said,
slow down.
okay, well, let's just finish the duck first and then order the crispy chicken.
Yeah.
All right? And then see if you want the crispy chicken after the duck.
But you like to go alternate mouthfuls.
No,
Chicken
that
duck,
wasn't really
chicken
the
duck,
issue,
chicken
Sarah. I
duck.
just, when I saw it and I saw what was on offer, I can't stop.
Can I eat a crispy chicken as well?
All right, mate. All right, mate. If there's one thing you do all day.
Can I have the duck and the chicken? Or can I have that cow?
We did actually get the beef and black bean, for your information.
Oh, as well.
All the food groups.
Because you got it one by one. Then you get to make a decision at the end of that.
What's great about it too is you're not sure what the kids are going to enjoy, so
Nothing.
order it all, right? See what they like and have some leftovers. Yes, we'll have the fried rice and those dumplings keep coming. Tommy, when we went to Mr. Wong the other night.
Oh, it was the staff went into a meltdown.
Yeah, but at the same time, I recognised the issue, didn't I? Because I turned to you and I said, I probably shouldn't have ordered that extra basket of dumplings.
That was at dessert time.
Mate, I am so glad that
I'm
you're not.
smartening up.
You're not a big fan of barley or anything like that. But the street food, when you go into a restaurant over there, you can order so much food because it's cheap and it's beautiful food.
I ate street food in
But
Thailand.
see, the thing
once.
is, you don't know
20
when to
kilos.
stop.
You ate the whole
Oh my
street
god!
truck.
I ate the cart and 3 of their chefs.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Vaping, big one, guys. You know, a lot of people getting around having a vape. Keep it on the quiet, keep it in the handbag. I was out at a dinner the other day, and the girl left her vape at home. Organised one of the kids to put it in a taxi to bring the vape to the restaurant.
Are you
And I went,
kidding me?
Oh my god, you've got a problem.
No.
There's the amount of people getting around, and it seems to be there's a lot of adults on the vape, but there's also a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers.
I'm sorry, but it looks so uncool.
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't get it. I still don't get the difference. Like, it's still bad for you, but there's no nicotine in it.
Yeah. Well, the nicotine is the bad bit. Isn't that the bad bit? I know there's a lot of chemicals in a cigarette.
Well, tobacco's not good for you. Is it?
No, the tobacco's okay. It's the nicotine that's the...
Dr. Tom, talk to us.
That's the addiction bit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the addictive bit, but no, ingesting any of those chemicals is bad for you.
A lot of parents are trying to work out exactly how they get the kids off off the vape. What do you do? How can you talk to them and say, don't vape again?
Can we get Dr. Tom back every week?
Do you want any more sound
good,
bites?
wasn't he?
Just keeping it short, guys.
You went into too much detail. Thanks, Dr. Tom.
Send us an invoice.
Tell Dr. Andrew Rochford we'll never need him
Cancelled right now.
again. One dad's come up with an idea of how to stop his son vaping. It's pretty clever. Have a listen.
To all the parents out there that are having dramas with their kids vaping, I think I've come up to a solution. This is Joshua's room. So, in his top drawer, he's put a dirty, stinking little vape. The way to stop them from actually smoking these is to actually put this in your butt. So all you need to do is just rub it on your butt. I actually like to do 2 clockwise.
Dad.
And I'll do 1 anti-clockwise. Just put it back exactly where you found it. Joshua, next time I find a vape in this house, it's going to be going in my butt.
Oh, vaping.
Jeez, I don't know what flavour this vape is. Dad?
Tastes like
God, I'm going to take this back. That was meant to be cherry. I'm going to take this back.
cherry's rotten.
Sounds
Did you
like
see the poor, you know the Bachelor ads are out at the moment as well. Have you seen the 3 different Bachelors? And it starts early next year. The guy, the rock, have you seen the punk guy?
The peroxide hair.
There was a headline on Daily Mail yesterday that just said, Machine Gun Kelly wannabe Bachelor is seen vaping a pineapple vape while he waits for the girls to arrive. They've just absolutely slayed him.
Awesome.
He's got a pineapple vape and they've called him a Machine Gun Kelly wannabe.
Yep, and his dad's just put the vape up his bum. It's a really weird mix. It's going to be a good episode. So they've got that guy, the peroxide guy, and then 2 other blokes.
2 other blokes.
So 3 guys trying to find love.
Do you know
they
what?
triple the amount of women?
No, I think isn't one of them into men? Is one of them a same-sex relationship?
No, because there's no men on the show.
Because you couldn't be having guys and girls
Isn't
coming into
that
the house.
chaos?
Oh, don't know.
Have you just said something you weren't allowed to?
No, I don't know anything I'm not allowed to know.
Actually,
I'm not that insightful.
We might get the promo together because you know what? It's actually... Osher does an amazing... There's an amazing speech on there to all the girls going, girls, have you had your heart broken? Are you looking for a man who's really here for you? Then they go through all the bachelors who have ended up finding love, getting married and having children.
Well, it's quite
Tim
good.
and Anna,
Yeah.
and all that.
Sam and Schnez, Maddie Jane Laura.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he does this big speech going, do you want to be one of those girls that finds love and has a child?
Hardest thing about Osher doing that gig is the fact that he's also the voiceover for Bondi Rescue.
Yeah, I know.
So when I hear his voice, I don't know whether someone on The Bachelor is Hoppo giving mouth to mouth to someone
When
who's just
someone's
arrived in
heart
Australia.
finally stops down on Bondi Beach, you're waiting for a rose to appear.
I confuse the 2 shows. I don't know what to think. Anyway, we'll keep you up to speed.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sare.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Jennifer Lopez is coming full circle with a brand new album. So she announced this the other day, 20 years to the day of the release of This Is Me Then. That was the album. The new one is going to be This Is Me
Now.
Now.
Oh.
Yes.
So is she still Jenny from the block?
Not
Long way from the block,
Yeah,
mate.
she's still J-Lo, man.
Jenny from the penthouse.
Yes, she did confirm that on the first album there was a song called Dear Ben. That's what this is.
Oh, turn it up. Turn it down.
Anyway, this next album will have Dear Ben Part 2, so you can expect more of this sort of stuff. It is an album that is pretty much based on their love story, apparently.
Sounds
Still
great.
not as good. What was the Michael Jackson
Jackson Ben about his pet rat.
Or was that Paul McCartney?
No.
Was Paul McCartney in that as well?
No. Just when the 2 of us need look no more.
Is that about a rat?
Is
That's his
Ben
pet
in
rat.
the system by...
Yeah, we've played it before. Ben by Michael
We
Jackson.
both found what we were looking for.
Oh, no. That's all right. Keep going, Sarah. We'll try
Anyway,
to go back.
J-Lo's been doing some interviews, obviously, to promote the new album, and she opened up, this was pretty amazing from her, about just how brutal the very first breakup was on her then.
It was so painful after
'Cause it didn't work
we
out.
broke up.
Take
Once
this
we
on the
called
road.
off that wedding 20 years ago, it was the biggest heartbreak of my life. And I honestly felt like I was gonna die. It sent me on a spiral for the next 18 years where I just was, couldn't get it right.
I mean, it was hard to take her seriously with Jenny from the Block playing underneath it. But
So hang on a minute.
How many times has she been married?
I think
Four?
it's 4.
12.
No, I think she's been engaged a fair bit. I don't know that she makes it down the aisle.
Says that wedding she was talking about, was that to Ben Affleck?
Yeah, they were engaged,
Right.
and remember, it just got all so crazy. The Paps wouldn't leave them alone. Like the film clip for Jenny from the Block was sort of having a laugh at what was actually going on in their lives, that they couldn't get away from anyone. It built up so much that they called off the wedding.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
That's massive.
yeah. So yeah, she said that she was so heartbroken she wanted to die.
But isn't it interesting that heartbreak meant, like, the depth of that heartbreak really indicated how much she loved him. So she always kept a little bit of something in her heart for him.
I know.
20 years later,
Yeah, it's amazing. Great story.
right? And that heartbreak,
Yep, he did then Goodwill Hunting. He went on to do The Town.
it then transforms
Yeah.
into a thumping heart when she sees him again, and it's back on. He still hasn't smiled,
They
but
both went off and had kids and families, and it just shows that some things are never over.
Well, she was with P. Diddy in between. Who else? Who was the other singer?
Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and the
She was
whole
with
time.
A-Rod.
Yep.
some
A-Rod.
loves
they were
never
engaged.
die.
Some loves never die. Meant to be. The universe will bring you back together. Just trust in it.
Well said.
There it
Getting
is.
deep during E-News.
Isn't it?
I thought you just did the Harry Styles ticket stuff.
Except
This
that
is
you
getting really deep.
Smirking at me. Guys, Kim Kardashian's being slammed online for not breaking her ties with Balenciaga. So these ads you would have seen online, they caused some huge distress last week. She has finally spoken overnight. So it's these kids holding teddy bears that are in bondage wear, and in one of the photos, there's a picture of a desk, and someone zoomed in on the text of an open book on the desk, and it was about inappropriate child behaviour. So it's all a bit weird, and at the time the photographer said, look, I just did the shoot, I didn't set the set.
a statement.
I just took the photo, it wasn't me. Anyway, people were saying, Kim, you're the biggest spokesperson for Balenciaga, why have you not said anything? She has overnight. She said she's reevaluating the relationship, that they're taking accountability, they're making changes, all this sort of stuff. She said she was disgusted as a mother.
That's it. I'm cutting back on my Balenciaga spend.
I
Yeah,
burnt
Goose.
all my Balenciaga.
Did you? Last night?
Yeah.
What, in a big drum out
What
the
a
back?
bonfire.
Do you know what? I took to our Christmas list last night and tore it up. I tore up every Balenciaga mention. I said, there's no way it'll appear in this house.
No.
Forget about it.
My
What do they make
my
sense?
oversized shoes, my jackets that go all the way down to my ankles, I've got rid of all of them.
Says, besides bondage bears, what else do they make?
No, you know
Is
that-
it jumpers and stuff?
No, you know that they make handbags and things, but you know the outfits she's been wearing that look like she's in a full body stocking?
Oh, yes.
They're all Balenciaga. She's been doing that for over 18 months.
Her
now.
body was...
I saw a guy in the city the other day wearing a pair of Balenciaga shoes.
Right.
And I went up to him and I said, did you land on the moon with Neil Armstrong? They were
Really?
that big. They were massive.
Mate, where's your space
It's like, are
helmet?
they really uncomfortable?
They would have
must
been.
be heavy.
Burn them now.
I wouldn't know. You've got designer sneakers, Whips. Are they heavy? Don't you? Those big white things.
Yeah.
They're not designer
Common
sneakers.
projects.
Yeah, but they're not like
Just got your third pair.
they're not like fancy brand says. They're not like
Sure, I don't know.
big high end Paris.
Well, the price
You
is
know,
up there, though,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know what
They're
the
not
price
Dunlop
is.
volleys, mate.
No, they were
They're not
a
12
gift. It was gifted.
All right, come on, let me get through
Who?
this. Guys, Mike Tyndall and Zara Phillips, they're having a great time in the Gold Coast. They've been at SeaWorld with the kids. They were out last night to dinner and she took her shoes off as she left the restaurant. Don't know why. Very unroyal-like behaviour. Anyway, he was talking to Good Morning Britain and he was asked, has anyone in the royal family, do you know if they watched your time in the jungle?
No, I don't right now, but I'm sure I'll find out at some point. Christmas is around the corner. Let's see if some interesting gifts come underneath that tree. I don't know. There's some sense of humour kicking around in the family, so yeah, I'll wait for some interesting gifts and see how many people were watching. Yeah.
Well, the key thing is, did Princess Anne watch when you were talking about your trousers splitting while dancing in front of her? Do you know the answer to that yet?
No, I don't think she was watching, but I think Zara might have told her. I'm pretty sure it's probably etched into her memory banks for all the wrong reasons.
Those two would go well in Australia because they both like ripping into the sauce.
I think they're having a good time.
All they want to do, isn't it?
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Let's get into it, guys.
Let me sing that song. Song.
Tommy, is this segment returning for 2023?
Yeah, I believe
Just go a bit back off the mic.
Sorry. Yeah, it is, Whip.
All right, that's awesome. Can we get a new intro made?
Yeah.
Great. I just think it needs a bit of...
Absolutely.
Thanks, mate. Refresh coming to Song in 2023. As we get into it, guys, we're streaming live on the Fitzy Whipper Facebook page. You cannot go out first round. And we say hello to, is it Keith in Brum?
Yeah, Keith in my Brum.
That's right. Good morning, Keith. Is he streaming live from Brum in the UK?
You've lost it.
He's lost
You've
it.
lost it.
I'm all right, guys. I've got this. The word is good.
Good times.
Yep.
I'm Good by Bebe Rexa.
Bebe Rexa.
Good Day by Nappy Roots.
Sorry, mate.
What?
In the system.
Is it
100%.
really?
Yeah, it's going to be a good day.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna have a good
that
day.
song. What was yours, mate? Talk us through Good Times.
The theme
Jimmy
song
Barnes.
for Good Times, the TV show.
What was the TV show Good Times?
No.
Yeah, Good Times.
Yeah, that's your one, Tess.
My one. No, yours. Didn't you say Jimmy Barnes in excess? Good times. Isn't that what you were doing?
You're gonna have a good time tonight.
Rock and roll music all night. Oh, bad stuff.
Have we got Jimmy on the show today?
Yeah, he's on 8 o'clock, guys.
Great. Love it. Jimmy Barnes joining us very soon on the show. All right, round two, guys. You can get the booters. Only 3 people play in today's game. The word is way.
Sway my way.
I like the way that you move.
I like the way you move. Thomas Bryan.
She's got a way.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
The way he moves.
What?
Attracts me
beautiful.
like no other lover. Something in the way
John Lennon or the
he
Beatles?
moves. Beatles.
Backstreet Boys. Okay.
I want it that way.
I want it that way. Don't we all?
Oh, yep.
Great song.
All right, well done, guys. We're cruising through. Round 3 here. We're doing well. The word is last.
Save the last dance for me.
Sarah Ann McGilvray. Of course I will.
Thank you.
It won't last.
Last.
First and Friday night last.
Last Friday night.
Last Friday night.
Big Katy Perry fan. Ryan James sneaks through. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Oh,
Tommy, we say goodbye to you.
Yeah, see you guys.
One last time, Ariana Grande. I know what you did last summer. Guys, where were you, Tom? Bye.
Bye.
Farewell, Tom.
Farewell, guys. A big shout out to Ben Shepherd this morning, a big fan of the show, who's listening from the shower, guys.
Oh, Benny. Scrubby Pits. Good on you, mate.
well done, Benny.
Here we go.
Get your feet as well.
Round 4. Sarah, Ryan James Fitzgerald. The word is Queen.
Killer Queen.
Oh,
She's a killer.
Queen.
Lalo this morning. Queen. Dancing
Dynamite.
Queen. ABBA.
ABBA.
Very
Dancing
good.
Queen.
Spot on. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
That is all we need. I'm a bit... Oh, the Pistols. All right, we move on to the next round, guys. Here we go. Sarah, Ryan James, the word is magic.
Magic.
All you need is magic. Oh, magic. Magic.
I've got the magic in me.
What's
Is it B.O.B.?
I've got the music
I've got
and
the magic in me. Every time I touch that thing, it
Nah,
turns
Matt.
into gold.
Sarah Ann McGilvray. me with a song we couldn't quite work out what it
No,
was.
it's in Pitch Perfect. There it is.
It's in Pitch Perfect 2. I mean, there was a couple of other options there. Puff the Magic Dragon. You're a big Peter, Paul and Mary fan.
Yes.
Live by the sea.
The Magic Dragon.
Isn't this about smoking weed?
I think it is, Says. That's
Do you
fine.
believe in magic? That was a song.
Yeah,
it was.
do you believe in magic?
Yeah.
The Loving Spoonful.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was the name of the band.
Doesn't matter, Sare, you've won it. Congratulations. This is your Tuesday morning.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Do you want a feel-good story this morning?
Love one.
I know there's a lot of negative stuff around, but I do love this story. We've been talking about saxophones quite a bit on the show the last few weeks, haven't we?
Love a bit of woodwind.
This is over in New Zealand, in Canterbury, but a Canterbury crooner is on the loose. Mysterious wannabe saxophonist has been luring swooning residents to open their windows.
Is it a saxophonist?
Saxophonist. Yeah.
Not saxophonist.
Oh, isn't it?
Saxophonist.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Learning.
Lauren Gibbs. Now, Lauren's had a few problems. She's got diabetes, suffers from both respiratory and gastro illness.
Damn.
She's in the final trimester of her pregnancy, Sarah, and she's been feeling utterly miserable. Anyway, she's been opening her windows because
Kenny G's arriving.
she's been trying to track down someone in the area who's just playing the saxophone, and she loves it. They've tracked him down too. His name's Ethan Haynes. He's 21 years of age. He's decided to purchase a saxophone 3 months ago as a hobby, and he only wants to play one song. Lauren's started recording, and this is him in... it's quite close. I mean, he might be right next door.
Yeah.
But this is the song that he's been practicing and having a crack at.
Never gonna dance again. It's not terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah, but he's teaching himself.
Yeah, I know.
He's only had it for 3 months.
Yeah.
That's a great effort.
Yeah,
so.
to an extent, except she is about to give birth.
Oh, but she
He's
loves
uncomfortable. Every day feels like a month for the poor thing who's probably lying naked on the bed with one of those long pillows trying to find comfort. And then all of a sudden outside her window, it's not a beautiful bird chirping. It's old mate.
No, what'll be worse is if he still sounds like this once the baby arrives.
Oh, I reckon I could shoot that saxophone straight out of his mouth.
Do you know I learned how to play Careless Whisper in primary school.
On what?
On a recorder.
Did you?
Yeah. Actually, Tommy, did you get a recorder?
The only one that we have in the office, guys, is the one that Lizzo
Oh, you can't touch that.
put her
over.
lips on, and it's got her lipstick on it, and it's signed. And we've never touched it
No,
since
you can't touch
2018.
That's like paint now, Sarah. That's not coming off, is it?
I
Is the
hope
lipstick?
not.
No, you can't use that. That's like
can't?
celebrity item we're going to sell. No.
Oh, it's Kamal over here. No.
No.
Oh, no.
This is terrible.
Oh,
Do you want
no.
Careless Whisper?
Look at Lizzo's lipstick all over it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
fine.
she had to put her mouth on it.
Yeah, I'd kiss Lizzo on the lips.
No one shares recorders in COVID.
Okay, here we
Go
go.
on.
Well, can you play the instrumental for me, Macca? Okay, ready? Here we go.
Keep going. Oh, you have been practicing.
It's not bad.
Mate, that's pretty good. Can you stop for a minute? Can you see, Fitz, if you can grab the recorder again, try and play along with the
Oh,
saxophone.
I'm feeling a bit crook from the lipstick.
Okay, sure.
Try and play along with the sax. You ready? Sax and
jeez.
recorder.
Okay, all
So
right.
sax first.
You kick off
No,
the
together.
sax.
Together.
Together.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
See if
right.
you
No,
can do
kick
that.
off the music first and then bring the sax in. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go, Macca. Where's the sax?
So now
Where's
play
the
the
sax?
sax at the same time, yeah?
Here we go, ready?
What an audio nightmare.
Oh, man, I'm out of breath. Whoa.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.